In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my new Giannis build. We're basically going on a no money spent type of thing. Like you're probably thinking, fit, but you're 79. How are you no money spent? Listen, I'm basically, my last video, I already said I'm not going to pay 2K any more money. So I had like 130K VC left on my obviously previous build. So I was like, listen, I'm not going to spend 130K. I don't have any tattoos. You guys can see my guy's clean. All my builds don't have any. So I'm like, rather than just let that build money just sit there, I'm just gonna make a new build. So this is what 130K VC is gonna get us is a 79 overall. Now this is a Giannis build, and this build is far from being complete. You guys will see we're already dominating, bro. Like it's insane how good we played with just these stats. Okay, now the first thing I did, obviously I've got my cap breakers. We still have one available. I need to go into the builder to figure out where I'm gonna put it. I think it's gonna go my standing dunk. Can't remember, but I need to figure that out again. But we got our rebound into a 99. And now the gameplay you guys are going to watch, you guys will see I actually didn't have legend rebound chaser. I had silver rebound chaser in those gameplays, and we're still going crazy. So for now, we're basically going to be a pure inside. Okay, we're going to be a pure inside until God knows when we can max out this build. But this build out, if you guys want to see the full build, I will quickly, show you guys the full build in the builder so you guys can see the full breakdown and the badges and everything else. But this is like a really good Giannis build in my opinion. But anyways, let us go into these rec gameplays, okay? I'm going to be showing you guys we're going to be showing you guys 3 different rec gameplays today. We are absolutely just horsing every single different kind of centers we're playing. But yeah, let's get into these rec gameplays. I'm going to discuss a little bit more about the game, how 2K is, the VC and everything else. And also, again, afterwards, we're going to go into the build and obviously discuss the build in a bit more detail. Here we are, okay, we're now heading to the rec. Now, one of the things I learned about playing as a pure inside, I'm not gonna lie, actually, this is actually the most fun. These 3 games I played, actually the most fun I've played all year in 2K. With all the shooting patches and everything else, you can see this first gameplay we're playing against a 7-3. Bear in mind, obviously, I'm still a low overall, so, there is no advantage versus disadvantage. He's got defensive rebound, he's got block, he's got everything else to help him out. But, honestly, this game these guys are gonna watch, is literally the most fun gameplay I have played in a long time. Like there's no stress, there's nothing to worry about. Literally, all my focus, all my aim was just obviously to get the boards and just obviously clean up. Okay, you guys can see we even have a bit of standing dunk. Okay, nothing too crazy. Again, we're still waiting to get all the stats up. Okay, that's gonna be obviously something we'll be able to get as we develop the build throughout. But you guys can see we are basically just snagging. Okay, this is literally a snagging fest. And obviously for me, I've always been a pure inside in previous 2Ks, like 2K18, 2K19, obviously the glass cleaners. That was kind of like my main type of game style, but obviously being able to be a bit more diverse. But now that I'm just kind of focused, you guys can see the whole focus is just rebounding. Like I don't have to worry about anything else. Again, it is actually fun. Obviously, I'm playing with rec randoms. Obviously, like I'm not gonna be playing, and they just do whatever they want. And yeah, this is literally the best. Again, the interior defense is really good. Now I was tempted. I'm not gonna lie to you guys as I was playing the game because the build is so good, and I know how much better it can get with once it's maxed out. I am tempted to be like, let me just max out this build, but I'm not gonna do it, okay? Because listen, 2K is at a point where I don't know what's going on with the game right now, but the goal is just to kind of keep slowly playing on this build. You guys can see at half time we've already got like 19 rebounds versus 10. Now, I don't really show a lot of my defensive rebounds when I show the highlights, even though some of them are really cool. But it's just like obviously if you have 99 offensive rebound, you want to see offensive rebound and highlights. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to see you grab defensive boards. But yeah, in terms of fun, this build is super fun. As I was playing, I was just like, should I have just made a pure inside? Should I have just made a pure inside big? Because it's actually now I see why a lot of people make inside bigs. Okay, your life is so much easy. Like there's you're not really worried about anything. You're not worried about the game, the animations. Like obviously, maybe the contest in the paint can be a bit annoying. I know it is, but you're not stressed out constantly. Like with this build, once it's maxed out, obviously I'm gonna have post control, I'm gonna have shooting, so that's gonna be like another level of stress coming in. You guys can see again, literally I was surprised how good I was snagging. Obviously I knew I had 99 rebounding 99 rebounding stats, but because I didn't have legend rebound chaser, and also bearing in mind the vertical I'm using on this build, these are like things I'm learning. Okay, I've never played with a build that isn't maxed. Okay, my vertical in these gameplays you guys are seeing right now is a 75. Bearing in mind, my vertical can still go up to an 84, but I'm snagging already. So I'm thinking, do I ever need an 84 vert? Obviously, I know 84 vert helps you, but do I need it? That these are the kind of questions I was kind of wondering. as I was playing the game. But it also just goes to show how insane the build is gonna be once it's like obviously at a much higher level. Obviously we got our little still rating up. You got it still there. But again, in terms of just other builds right now, the shooting is so messed up. Like I don't even want to like literally. I go on my Carl Anthony Towns build. I play like 2 minutes. I miss like three wide open shots in 2 minutes. I just hop off the game. Okay, now this build right here, I've played every single game and there was no stress about it. I'm not stressed out. I'm not like crying about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like you just just simple stuff. Okay, get set screens, get boards. Now the other thing I was also like learning as I was playing this, I was just like, it also gives me an idea how bad some of these inside bigs are. Like, obviously, when I play on my other builds, like my power forward, and I'm playing with other centers that are like pure inside, and I'm like, y'all can't even grab any rebounds. Okay, I know obviously I'm not a high overall yet, so I'm not playing certain guys that are really good, but still, it's just like, look how I'm just snagging a lot of these inside bigs can't even get boards to save their lives. And the other thing is what they do that is really kind of jarring is the spacing is terrible. Okay, like it's very, very important to be able to space the floor. And most of the time, I would say 95% of the time, I do not get in the way of my teammates' animation. I'm always obviously letting them do what they want to do. Um, but yeah, this was our very first game. Okay, after this first game, I was like, damn, we got 31 rebounds. Okay, we 13 offensive against a 7-3 build. So obviously, I took a break. I didn't play these games back to back to back. I just took a break. Go to the gym, come back, and obviously went into the other game. But you guys can see from my badge animations, it's literally just popping up. So this is literally my first game ever on this build, and we're going crazy. So I was thinking, okay, let's get into another game. Let's see what else we can find. Now, this game was a little bit more even, right? You guys can see he's also like a similar rating to me. So I was thinking, okay, this is gonna be good. Then look at his stats. You guys can see he's got 27 rebounds, 10 assists, 15, points per game. So I figured he's probably just played one game, kind of similar to me. Obviously, he's not averaging 27 rebounds, but I was just kind of curious to see. He's got 27 boards. I already know. Listen, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but you're not getting 27 boards against me. I already know that. So I was just kind of curious to see how he's gonna play as a rebounder. But I couldn't see it. Okay, he's gonna get out rebounded just like every other people I've played on this build. But it's fun, man. It's really fun, and I think if you guys are thinking of going like no money spent and you guys want to make like a pure inside, I think that's the best way to go about it. Because then you never have to worry about anything. You literally just get your rebounds. And also the other thing is, well, look, look at the rebounding. It's insane, isn't it? Like, look how crazy I'm still jumping for these boards. And I've always thought I needed a high vertical. So maybe a vertical isn't as important as much as we think it is. Maybe on the smaller builds it is. Maybe on the taller builds, maybe it's not as, I don't know. But listen, I know my 85 vertical build goes insane, but I've never used 75. So to be able to see that I'm getting similar type of animations is kind of interesting, actually. Maybe the rating matters more than the rebounding stats. God knows, like I have no idea. But you guys can see the speed as well really helps. Okay, the other thing I noticed as well, even though my build is not max, I have like a 66 speed. It can go up to like a 71, I believe. I'm still moving very well on the court. Okay, I'm obviously getting the occasional dunks. We don't have any sort of contact dunk packages, so we've got to be very, very careful when we're underneath the rim. But you guys can see it's a halftime already, kind of similar to the first game. Okay, you guys can see like we're just absolutely just snagging. Okay, the whole focus of this build is to snag. Now, where is 2K at the moment for me? Now, I think 2K. I know Mike Wong is gonna make a big change for season 3. I already know he has to make a big change at this point. Like everyone is complaining about the game right now. Like everyone's complaining about the shooting. So I know he has to make a big change, but we'll see. But you guys can see, bro, we got a little nice standing contact dunk as well. But for me, I don't know, man. Listen, I know there are guys that are going for top red playing like 10 hours, 10, 12 hours, 14 hours straight. I can't play 2K. As it stands, season 2, I can't play more than 2 games at a time. That's also the reason why I haven't really been streaming too much, because I literally just play one game. Sometimes I just close app. Okay, I close app and I'm gonna reset the day. I want to come back on later in the day because I don't have time. Okay, now with a build like this, I will say, as I'm upgrading it, I think what I'm going to upgrade last is going to be my shooting. I'm going to upgrade my shooting last. I'm going to be just keep doing this. You guys can see again, just getting those boards. Now, when I get my post control, I'll probably be able to obviously drop step them once I get these boards. That'll be quite fun. But as of right now, obviously, your boy ain't got no stats. I don't know how long it's going to take me to max out this build. I think, again, as I mentioned earlier, the temptation might be to potentially maybe max out the build because of how fun it is. And I'm nowhere near. The guys can see again, just getting all these balls now. If I'm able to shoot and I'm able to post up and be able to dribble a little bit with the ball handling, it's gonna be quite fun. It is gonna be quite fun. But again, I can't even go up for those as well. Okay, so like those are little, those are things I can't wait to be able to do with a build like this. But yeah, talking about 2K right now, Mike Wong is definitely gonna have to make a change, because if he doesn't, I think like people are really starting to lose interest in the game. Right, this whole realism thing that the game's going for, it's just not it, bro. Like it's just not it. There's too many variables to the game. Okay, and it's a video game. I think the game should be straightforward. I think it should be very easy to play. Obviously, we want it to be a little bit challenging, but we don't want it to be this challenging. Like, bro, like people are wide open and people can't hit their shots because Mike is trying to play about with the green window. But again, this is our second game. You guys will be able to see as well. We're going crazy on the boards. Okay, these boards are absolutely going wild. Okay, again, look at my teammates here. This I know you have a good game when you have randoms just liking up your every random just liking up your game. And then the last game we're gonna play, we even went even more insane. Okay, the last game you guys are gonna watch right now is probably one of the most insane rebounding differential I've ever seen in 2K. Like I'll let you guys see it, but it was absolutely wild. Now, bearing in mind, I've played a 7 foot and I played a 7-3, and in this final game, I looked at the guy I was playing. He was 6'7". Now, listen, I have a 6'7" center, and I'm telling you, boys, it is not. I mean, especially when you play against someone that knows what they're doing, it's extremely difficult. Okay, it's extremely hard because the animation you get as a 7 foot versus a six. Bearing in mind, he also has a high interior. By the way, you guys will see. I'm really just going up. Like the game puts too much emphasis on height as opposed to sometimes on stats. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you have a high interior defense. People look at this right here. Look, he didn't even jump. I don't know if he jumped, because I know sometimes on my 6'7", when I jump on the build, it actually doesn't jump. It doesn't give me a jump animation, even though I have like an 85 vertical. So I don't know what it is, but you guys can see, look, I'm literally just grabbing it over his head, right? Like it's literally so easy to grab these boards. And we were just going absolutely crazy. But yeah, Mike is definitely gonna have to make a change, because if he doesn't, it's just gonna be a bunch of players just not coming back to 2K, which I think is starting to happen slowly. But again, hopefully I keep my composure. I don't get too carried away, because the more I play on this build, trust me, it's so fun. I'm like, wow, like, should I upgrade this build? Should I do this? But I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try, kind of keep you guys updated in terms of how I'm playing it. But it's so fun so far, man. It's just simple, getting in the paint, keeping it simple. I don't have any dribbling, I don't have anything. So this is literally what a pure inside big is gonna look like. You guys can see my board count as well. So for me, when you some of you all that make pure inside and you're not snagging, I don't get it, bro. Look at this, bro. We're just going absolutely crazy. I already look, I'm gonna push him out the way. Now, if you guys are also wondering what takeover I'm using, I'm actually using a horse takeover, and I don't know if it's the takeover or what, but like, bro, I am worming these guys. And also, I don't have a high strength on this build. Okay, we're literally just snagging. We end up getting a point there. I think this guy's gonna end up getting to the point where he's just fed up. I think he's gonna quit at some point in the game, because it was just too bad. Like I'm literally just getting almost every single rebound. Like I mentioned at the start of this game, you guys will see the rebounding differential at the end. It's absolutely insane. Okay, look, bro, we've got 19 rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds this game. We got 10 offensive rebounds. You guys will see how many rebounds. Just guess how many rebound the other 6'7" has got at this point. He's got one. Okay, he's got one rebound. So I want you guys to take a guess how many rebounds he's gonna finish the game with, and how many rebounds I'm gonna finish the game with. You guys won't even guess it. Like literally, it was so bad. Like I looked at it at the end, I'm like, I couldn't believe it. It's absolutely crazy. But it just goes to show, look, we got a little block in here as well. So I think for me, I'm just gonna stick to like this build for now. It's not too bad for me. Like it's fun to play. I'm not getting mad. There's no variation. I just come in here. At this point, he already left the game. Okay, he's already gone. I think I'm playing against his AI, because he probably looked at the stats himself. He's like, hell no, bro. Like this is insane. But we are still going crazy on the boards anyway. We're gonna keep snagging. You guys can see. I love that in and out movement. I know some of the centers do that, but not a lot of centers do that. I love that. So when you go in, because when you run out, they think you're not coming back in, and I just like psych. I just kind of do like a little U-turn. But again, fighting for position, getting the boards. I mean, this Giannis, like, bro, it's crazy. I can't wait to get it, maxed out. I don't know when it's gonna be. Might take me 2 months, 3 months, because I don't play the game a lot. You know what I'm saying? Look, and also this takeover as well is insane. Like being able to see where the rebound is absolutely what, like, as a rebounder, that is a dream. Okay, just you just run there, get the ball. Look at the difference. I got 34 rebounds, and my matchup, the 6'7", ended up with 2. 34 versus 2 is absolutely wild, bro. Like, you guys will see my offensive board count as well for this game. I don't some games I don't even get that many rebounds. I had 16 offensive rebound. That is wild. Like, I've never seen a differential like that. I mean, I've seen some really bad board count. I've seen centers like grab 22 boards and other center has like 5 or 6. But to get 34 rebounds and you have 2, I mean, at that point, you have to delete the build. And you guys can see I literally just upgraded to gold rebound chaser. So that whole game you guys have been watching, this whole game is actually just been with silver rebound chaser. So imagine what legend is going to be like. It's going to be going crazy. But anyways, I am going to take you guys into the builder. I'm going to discuss the build in a bit more detail. So here we are in the builder, okay? Again, now, boys, I'm not going to lie. I'm so sorry to disappoint y'all, bro. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Listen, I thought I was going to be a good... Listen, pause. But I thought I was going to be good, right? It's been less than 12 hours. Less than 24 hours, actually. I went out yesterday. I came back. This build's too fun, really. Like, this build's too fun. I was like, I'm rebounding too much to the point where I'm just like, I want to be able to do more than just rebound. Like, literally, you guys have seen the clips, man. I'm literally just getting a ton of rebounds. So I'm like, nah, bro, I can't help this. So hopefully this is gonna be my last ever build. So yeah, this build, as I'm speaking right now, is actually 99. Like, and I have a gameplay to prove it. I'm gonna upload that one for you guys. I'm so sorry, didn't know the money spent. 2K got me. They always do, but hopefully it's the last time. Hopefully it's the last time. I say it just every time. I'm not, you know what, at this point, I'm not gonna try. Anyways, here is the build, right? So as a center on 2K, for me personally, I think you have 2 options. You either go 90 standing dunk and a relatively low driving, or you go high driving and a relatively low standing, right? So I wouldn't recommend both just because it's just too expensive. There's no way you'll be able to get these two unless you're like a pure inside. You might be able to get away with it, but in order to be able to have good balanced stats in other areas, yeah, I would recommend, just for me, I'm making a Giannis build. You know what I mean? I want to set screens out, and I want to be a threat off the pick. Like, I want my PGs to be able to just throw a lob off the screen. I'd rather have that, and also when I'm dribbling. Now, obviously, I don't have, like, you know, the, what's it called, like, you know, handles for days and a 70 ball handling to get those good animations, but it's still pretty good with the Zion. So, you know, dribble style, you can still move around pretty well. So when I'm dribbling and there's a lane, I want to be able to dunk. When I see it, like, a lot of time I noticed on my other center builds, every time I'm driving or dribbling past my center, I can see a lane, but because my driving dunk wasn't that high, I couldn't go for it. So I played a couple of games with this build, I maxed out completely, and I'm loving it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The one thing I can't wait to do is obviously get that 95 post control. So this is what you're currently working with. Now, for me, I think as for bigs this year, unless you want to go a bit, overkill, it's fine. But I think to be able to play a good enough, not great, but good enough paint defense, I generally think all you need is 82 and 78. I don't think you need anything more than that. I've played with centers that have 90 plus, 97, 90. Like, some of you don't even get like 5 blocks a game. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I'd rather like just play good interior defense, put my hands up, trying to contest as many shots as possible. And then the occasional times I have to jump. So, you know, sometimes when you play these weird centers, I want to sit on the 3. I'm not too bothered. I'm like, hey, I don't have a high block anyway. So if you want to sit here on the 3, I'm going to sit here with you. Let's just chill together. We can make a little picnic. You know what I mean? But anyways, the shooting, again, it's not like I want to be able to shoot a little bit. I know I'm not going to be like an excellent shooter on this build, okay? I just want to be able to knock down, because sometimes when, especially when people look at my phase creation, they just start sitting in the paint. They're like, oh, this guy made a Giannis build, he probably can't shoot, right? So they'll just sit in the paint. The pass accuracy, the pass style, I've literally been using 71. Now, I do notice there is a difference when you have a 78 and a less than a 78, because of the versatile visionary. I love for an alley-oop, so I know there is a difference. It's not like crazy, but there is a noticeable difference. Like, that versatile visionary definitely helps if you like throwing alley-oops, which I love doing. So that's something to bear in mind. The defense is pretty good. We're still pretty quick on this build, okay? We still have a 71 speed, 84 vert, still pretty good. Now, when it comes to my cap breakers, if you're thinking, okay, what is your vision for the future with this build? I don't know if I'll be able to last that long, but hey, I'm literally having a lot of fun on this build, so I am not gonna lie to you boys. I'll be able to get 99, which I already have, offensive rebound. I'll also be able to get, what's the next one? I'll be able to get 95 post control, which would actually give us post up poet. You guys can see on Hall of Fame, which we can then use our, the season pass to get it to legend. So I'll be able to get legend post up, like literally post spin. Now that's my favorite thing to do in this game. So just keep spinning players. And then the final one, surprisingly, a lot of people don't know this, is actually going to go on my strength. Okay, my last sort of cap breakers. Because then we'll be able to get silver brick one and gold box out beast. I do think gold box out beast just helps. Obviously, again, I'm fine without it, but I'd rather have it. And having that brick wall on silver certainly helps to setting better screens for my teammates. And then with the weird season plus ones, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get enough of it, but the plan is to keep putting on my standing dunk so I can get to 85. So I think there'll probably be enough, about 3 or 4 for the whole season, and I'll be able to get to 85 standing dunk. So this build, once it's like completely maxed, is just going to be absolutely insane. It's fun, it's quick. I'm having a ton of fun in it. And yeah, what is it called? I mean, I think the name of the build I think there isn't a lot of unique names this year. I mean, I don't know. You guys let me know if there's like tons of something inside the Arc board hunter. Something I knew it. So it's always something along those lines. But yeah, this is the build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Listen, sorry boys, I try. Listen, 2K girls all the time, and I will probably discuss that a bit more detail about like I just can't do the no money spend, bro. Like I've tried, boys. I tried, but like I'm not gonna play a career to try and grind VC, and you don't get enough VC in the rec, and I really wanted to max out the build, right? So, anyways, I'm sorry to let you boys down. I know, it's a pain. 2K gets me every single time. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.